Hey everybody, this is Eric with You Can't Kill the Metal, and tonight we're working on our custom arcade joystick. We're going to be doing some repairs to it. We got a couple things going on here. Um, we've got on the back here, we've got a loose connector. Okay, it needs to be glued back in place. On the front, we got some looseness in our start button here, and the light doesn't work on this one. Additionally, the joystick is a little off, and I don't know why yet, so that might take a lot of our show. And the top switch right here is a little crooked. You can't see it. Let me get the lights on and maybe you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's a little off center, off to the left there. Yes, we are live, and trust me, you did not want to hear that. Anyways, all right. First things first, we'll deal with taking the bottom off. Bottom is 4 screws. It's always good to keep a jar of screws around. And I, unfortunately, have filled mine to the brim with other shit. Um, and since we are live, I'm going to be running off camera a lot, probably to get different parts and whatnot. Like now. Doesn't mean I'm not here. Alright. And just under the joystick, all we have is a furniture pad, actually from our porch furniture. That's just to keep the joysticks, keep from getting the joysticks and the buttons scratched and stuff like that. The acrylic is still covered. We're planning on putting a vinyl marker on the front. And yeah, so let's give a quick overview. I'm going to bring the camera down just a little bit so we can get a better view of things. And well, let's bring it over here. So that's why I'll be working. Okay, first things first, this is the start button. This is our loose connector. This is the mouse one with the bad LED, which is probably going to be fixed just by doing that. But we'll see. Something feels loose there. Um, as for the rest of it, this is select and or home and select, and these are this is the joystick. This is the Street Fighter layout. Basically, if you don't know what that is, you can look that up pretty quickly. Um, and this is a Brooks fighting board. Yeah. The Brooks fighting board is a fully Xbox One compatible joystick emulator, so it's pretty awesome, and they're a little spendy, but worth it. Alright, first things first, let's tighten that start button. That'll be the quickest thing. So I'm going to be off camera here, but we want to get this lined up. And you can see, if you look in there, there's a little nut that goes around the bolt, which is the other side of the joystick button. I'll get a joystick button out here in a second. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But fundamentally, we just got to tighten this thing a little bit and shift it into the right position. There we go. Now later on, when the vinyl's here, I'll wax these in. Alright, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit that way. Alright, that's settled. We'll check all this stuff later. This will require some glue. You can see that I've gone through a lot of glue on this guy because I don't use the right glue. But we'll get some more glue out and we'll fix it up. Really quickly, while I see it, I wanted to show you a joystick button. So this is the button is removed from it, but you can see the housing here. This is what we did. We just twisted that on. That's all. Now we have some adhesive remover that we're going to use on the back of this guy right here. Kind of clean that up a little bit. Alright. Not getting any of this on the camera here. Alright. Now this thing's got a little scraper tool at the top. Sometimes I'll use that to clean it up a little bit on top of just running the remover over it. Now this plastic is pretty effed up already, so it's not going to be a big major difference. But it might help get the adhesive on later. Anyways, it didn't solve much. Let's get a cloth. Alright, we're back. And just going to clean this up a little bit. A little bit more. Alright. Yeah, that's really bonded. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just get it wet. Hope for the best. Okay, we're gonna let that dry out while we figure out what's going on with mouse 1. So, going back to our joystick button, I'll find one with an actual button in it. Okay. Um, this is a HAP style button. This is different than a SAMWA button, but this is what is right here. Now, in here you can see the switch. But these switches are a little different. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, they're like this. They're like this, and you can see both sides that are extra on it. Well, the extra sides provide the LED, which lights up. It goes boop. Anyways, um, the lighting isn't working on this one, and I haven't figured out why yet. So we're about to find out. And I'm just looking for a replacement if I need it. Looks like I have one. I was pretty sure I did, but whoop. All right. There we go. Check that shit out. That's the LED lighting in the back. We're gonna probably play around with that some more and see if we can make that a little less gaudy. A long story with that. Um, but the start button, if we bring this up again, oh, now it lights up naturally. Okay, so there's probably just a loose connector there. Oh, you guys can't see that. Yeah, see, this is the button that wasn't lighting up, and now it is. There we go. Anyways, so if we bring this back down, we just check our connectors here. We get some pliers if we can find some. The one time I need pliers. Yeah, I think there's some looseness in the actual switch. Okay, well, we'll wait that one out. The joystick is going to be complicated. I want to remove the joystick and actually test it out. Let's see if we can just remove the gate here and check out the switches. I'll move the camera a little closer. So there's 4 tabs on this thing, and the last tab is being a pest because of the LED lighting. Alright, you can see our tabs here, you can see our switches. Okay, that switch is like pushing out. That's not good. Yeah, it looks like that's a little loose. Wonder if there's a good way to pull it off safely. That is definitely not it, but we did it, didn't we? Okay, let's put the gate back on. Where'd the gate go? Alright. Maybe it just wasn't popped in all the way or something. But it was a little loose in one corner. Let's see here. I guess that's what's left is gluing it together. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to move the camera slightly to the right. So I can sit down while I do this one. Okay, this is my good friend E6000. And the E6000 is here to help us glue things together. Okay, we're putting it on my screwdriver like a dumbass, but whatever, it's late and I'm tired. Okay, got a little more to put on there. Alright. Yeah, I guess the head cam isn't really showing my head too much. Let's just give us the whole table. Okay, now that we've got it glued in, we're going to make sure the short angle is at the top. We're going to press. We're going to press until it stays by itself. Now let's get all this crap off. Oh, I'm just rubbing the screwdriver over the adhesive remover. And now we're going to wipe off our screwdriver. The screwdriver and I have been together through a lot. Alright. Let's see here. Let's fire up the input test. Make sure everything still works. We got a type B cable around here somewhere. Let's try that. We actually didn't modify this at all, but I don't think it'll hurt. This program is called X Input Test. And you can see as I'm moving the joystick around and doing things, that is a terrible position for that shit. Let me fix that right now. Alright. Alright, anyways, I'm moving the joystick and you can see the buttons. Okay, these buttons are off, and this is a Steam input thing. You'll discover the Steam input layer is both a heaven and a hell sent. Anyways, let's plug it into the other controller, make sure that still works. Let's turn that way so you can see that in action. Alright, we're all good on that front. Once we get the vinyl printed, we'll do a really extensive makeover on this thing. Oh, we never did this. That's going to be pretty hard. Let me see if I can turn that, but I don't have any pliers. That's going to make things complicated. Let's skip that for today. Okay. And you can't really see me doing this. But this moves the mouse. This is the left mouse button. Right. Once I can get it over something I can click on. And this is the right mouse button. Anyways, looks like we're all good. And we're ready to set this back up. All right, everybody, thank you for attending. This has been Eric with You Can't Kill the Metal, and we're pretty much done here. Have a good day.